Safe Harbor is a beautifully written novel in verse published in 2024 that tells an uplifting story of resilience, self discovery, and the healing power of music, friendship, and nature. The story follows Geeta, a young immigrant girl who recently moved from India to Rhode Island with her mother. Geeta's parents are divorced, and her mother, struggling with mental health challenges, is hoping for a fresh start. But for Geeta, adjusting to her new life is difficult. Her classmates tease her about her name, her food, her clothing, and she feels isolated and out of place. One day, while walking along the beach, Geeta discovers an injured seal tangled in plastic trash. With the help of Miguel, a new friend who shares many of her same struggles, they work to find help for the wounded seal. This act of kindness becomes an turning point in her journey. Geeta begins to find comfort in the things she loves, playing her flute, reading books, and spending time at the library. She describes books as portals, ways to step into someone else's head and heart and to escape into different times and places. Her connection with the injured seal inspires her to take a passionate stand for the environment by organizing a beach cleanup. To her surprise, this act of service sparks unexpected support and community. This novel gently explores themes of immigration, identity, bullying, mental health, and environmental activism. Her emotional journey is both honest and hopeful. Safe Harbor is perfect for readers who care about animals, the environment, and stories where music and friendship offer healing. I especially recommend the audiobook version narrated by the author herself. Padka Venkatraman's voice brings a sense of authenticity and warmth that makes the storytelling even more powerful. The second book I'd like to review is Dana Schwartz Anatomy, a Love Story, which is a coming of age Gothic novel set in the dark and repressive Georgian era. It follows Hazel Sinnett, a strong willed and fiercely independent young woman whose greatest ambition is to become a surgeon, at a time when women were not allowed to enter the medical profession. Determined to learn, Hazel disguises herself and attempts to sneak into a surgical lecture reserved only for men. There, she meets Jack, a charismatic young grave robber who becomes her unlikely ally in acquiring the medical knowledge she so desperately seeks. Their partnership evolves into a friendship and romance. The love story remains more of an undercurrent than the novel's central focus. The novel blends historical fiction, mystery, magical realism, and mild Gothic horror. While some of the plot points feel a bit far-fetched for the era and the storyline becomes somewhat predictable at times, these elements don't detract from the enjoyment of the book. In fact, the fantastical and magical aspects that emerge later in the story only add to its atmosphere and intrigue. Hazel is a girl ahead of her time, left alone in Edinburgh while her mother and sickly brother retreat to the countryside. Hazel refuses to be confined by the limitations placed on her by her gender and serves as an inspiring character for teen readers. The book's pacing builds slowly, with multiple narrative elements weaving together over time, but readers are rewarded with emotional twists, moments of triumph, and an engaging cast of characters. Hazel and Jack are especially likable, and their age-appropriate and believable connection makes the story relatable for young adults. Even better, it's part of a duology, so readers who connect with Hazel's story will have more to look forward to in the sequel.